Imagine this, that's what I'm going to say. Imagine,
what event? This is
imagine 8,000 people seeing your head absolutely crushed onto the canvas.
Realistically, Creature was shit.
Subscribe to the True Geordie. I'll see you later.
What's going on, everyone? It's the True Geordie back again, and it's time for my honest opinion. KSI versus Joe Weller. Yous have all been asking for it. What does the True Geordie really think? I was right in the middle of it. I fucking know fighting. I've got mixed emotions about this, and I really fucking do. This could end up being one of the best things we've ever seen on YouTube, or one of the worst. And if it's done right, it'll be great. If it's done wrong, it'll be terrible. Which is why I need to be heavily involved and paid well for my services, of course. In all seriousness, though, I really, just for this, I care about YouTube. I don't want people to be looking on their Facebooks like, this is embarrassing or whatever. And then you've got the other side of people who are like right into this and wanting JJ or Joe to knock each other out. So I'm going to try and really break this down for you today. And one of the main questions I've been asked, I'm going to answer right now. Was it all fake on stage? Was it all set up with me included and knowing exactly what was going to happen, WWE style? And honestly, yes. Yes, it was. No, it wasn't. I fucking got you. Honestly, beforehand, and this is exactly what happened, I said to the lads, we're going to do a press conference. I'm going to ask you some questions. When I think it's time to wrap this shit up, we're going to do a face-off. That is it. I had a feeling it was going to kick off because earlier in the day, it nearly did. The lads hadn't thrown punches at that point, but it does seem playful, but the more people are watching and the more you're trying to outdo each other, playfulness can turn nasty. Do you know what I'm saying? And with two egos involved, like JJ and Joe, they don't want to be outdone. Do you know what I mean? So they're going to push each other and to the point where it can't get out of hand. So I thought to myself, I'll tell the security guards, all right, if it kicks off, lads, grab them. For fuck's sake, I'll grab one, you grab the other. There's loads of them. I was told before, don't worry about it. There's loads of security guards. I was like, look, I just want to make sure the lads don't get hurt. We'll have a bit of fun, and that's the end. Oh, no. No, because I was the only security guard up there who was able to do his fucking job, and I'm not even a security guard, you bastard. So a lot of people are wanting to know, generally, do I think this beef is real? And honestly, it definitely didn't start out as real, let's be honest. These lads go way back. Joe owes a lot of his career to JJ. They go on holiday together. They're good mates. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it started out as real. But when lads challenge each other to a fight on Instagram, that is a challenge. And we've got egos. We want to be the alpha. You don't want to be outdone. So it's playful. And then it's like, all right, we'll do this press conference. Next thing you know, they're on stage. Thousands of people are watching. You're wanting to come out on top. You're pushing each other's buttons, you're trying to get in each other's head, and whether or not they really love or hate each other or whatever the fuck, do you want to know what is real? Getting punched in your fucking face in front of thousands of people and millions watching at home, and that is gonna happen if what they're saying is to be believed. They're gonna fucking do that. So whether they hate each other or not, who gives a shit? Because these lads could end up getting fucking, one of them, big time, could be fucking humiliated if this goes down. God, I fucking hope that doesn't happen. I really hope that doesn't happen, by the way. I mean, is this even a good idea? From a business side of things, this is fucking genius. Make no mistake about it. People were bored of drama. Along comes diss records. People now get a bit bored of that. It's not extreme enough. Along comes YouTube fucking boxing. The problem with that is, who do you get to fucking do it? How many people are actually got the balls to get in there and swing? And if you've got the balls to do it, how many people are actually fit enough and able enough and athletic enough to pull it off and actually got a big enough audience who's going to turn up to the event and actually give a fuck? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you KSI versus Joe Weller. Pretty much the only fight that actually makes sense. And one of them that actually could be gripping enough that people are going to care. Two lads similar size, both arrogant as fuck, ego, got the alpha about them, both trained, fit, strong lads, and can fill a fucking arena. Do you know what I mean? It makes sense. You know, this is going to make a fuck ton of money. They could sell VIP tickets. You know, the closer you sit, the higher the fucking price. You know, get me in there doing a bit of commentary. I'll do a fucking meet and greet. This could be genius. And mainstream media, because this is going to sell more tickets than any normal boxing event, bar fucking Anthony Joshua and people like that. A lot below that, you look. This is going to be big news. So mainstream media are going to get involved. This could really elevate Joe and JJ. I think this is fucking great idea. Me worry is, if it isn't taken seriously by the lads involved, namely Joe and JJ, and the production value isn't as good as what it could be, it could end up making YouTube look amateur and make people laugh at it the way they do with some of the music. Do you know what I mean? And I want this to be a success. So I'm just worried that the lads might not take it seriously enough. I'm not saying I don't think they will take it seriously enough, because Joe and JJ take everything seriously. You can tell by the success that they've had. But in order for this to be classed as success to the naysayers and the people who are going to ridicule this and call it a joke, these lads are going to have to get in there and look like they've trained in boxing, look like they know how to throw a punch, and give it a good fucking go. Do you know what I mean? And only then will it be seen as a success by everyone. Or almost everyone. I know a lot of you are going to want us to give a prediction already, and I can't give a final prediction now, but I feel like I can give you a bit of insight, because I talked to both lads before the press conference. JJ told us his weight, Joe told us his weight, and if I'm not mistaken, I think JJ is actually 2 stone heavier than Joe. And anyone who knows about fighting in general, they've got weight classes for a fucking reason. That is massive. And JJ is not fat. He's in the shape of his life, as is Joe. That 2 stone is just general bone density, and you're going to expect JJ to be a bit more powerful in the punching department than what Joe is. However, I've got to give credit to Joe, pound for pound, for 11 stone or whatever the fuck he is. That kid is very strong for his size. I'm not even just saying it, man. I'm being deadly serious. He is really strong for his size. So he might surprise people and be stronger than JJ because of all the years of training. But I've just got to look at JJ and think, if he hits Joe and Joe hits him, at the same time, JJ will have a more powerful punch. That's my opinion. However, Joe might be quicker. He's trained a long time, he's lighter, and speed kills in a fucking boxing ring. And also fitter, I would assume, because he's been training for years. However, Joe does have a knee injury, and that might affect his cardio on the run-up. And if JJ can take advantage of that and do a fuck ton of running, we might say JJ be the fitter in the ring. It's very hard to tell. One thing that I think we can all have an opinion on is the mind state, the personality. We've watched these lads for years. Who's got more fight in them? Who's taking this more seriously? And before the fight, I can tell you for a fucking fact, Joe was taking it more seriously. I spoke to JJ and he seemed well chilled out, well laid back. Yeah, man, I'm just going to get in the ring, no problem. Joe, I asked him, you know, this could go bad, you know. I mean, if you're not wearing headgear and that, because they're talking about not wearing headgear, I'm like, one of you is probably going to get knocked out. He went, oh, I know. And there's only one person getting knocked out in this fight, Bri. And that's him. And he's being deadly fucking serious when he's talking to us. I'm like, fuck me. He fucking means it, whereas JJ was so chilled out, and I think it showed on stage, because JJ was very quick-witted, very funny, more relaxed, whereas Joe was all wound up, and normally they'd be on a par for banter and taking the piss out of each other, whereas JJ was getting the better of it. To be honest, that's why I cut it short, because it was getting a bit repetitive. But when Joe came back with that line at the end and it all erupted, JJ showed that he was game. And I was like, oh, fair play, because I'm splitting them up. I've got one hand on Joe. I'm thinking someone will grab JJ in a minute. It's fine. Someone will get it's fine. What? Someone got to get a hold of this cunt in a minute, because I'm going to end up just being a fucking sandwich, yeah. And I know a lot of women out there would love to have been me at that point. These fucking fangirls. But honestly, JJ's kicking the fuck out of some kid on the floor. I'm like, fair play. So after that, JJ makes a video, and I can see that it's turned. He is much more serious now after that than what he was beforehand. And now they're both on a par. They both want to rip each other's head off. I don't think there's hatred here. It's just competition. It's that alpha male shit. So who's going to win this fight? I can tell you right now. Whoever takes it more seriously. Whoever is getting up in the morning, training, going for runs, getting the cardio in, making sure they get in the ring, do some sparring, hitting the bag, training, getting comfortable with being hit and throwing punches back and not getting flustered by it. That's the person who's going to fucking win this fight, without a doubt. And I'm worried, to be honest with you, because I don't want to see either lad get embarrassed and humiliated. And I know that's the bloodthirst in a lot of people is what's going to make them tune in. But I watch fighting all the time, man. I don't need to see two of my pals getting fucking knocked out. Do you know what I mean? There's a part of us that would rather this didn't happen in a way, because if one of these lads gets knocked out in front of the entire fucking world, and it could happen, they'll never live it down, man. They're YouTubers. They're not going to be able to get in there and have a few more fights and make a run for the title. This is it. It's one and done, practically. So if you do that and you get flatlined, absolutely smoked in front of the world, every time you tweet out, every video, every social media post you ever put out, the full stop on the end of your last sentence is going to be a gif of you lying there asleep on the fucking floor. And I don't want that for my pals. Do you know what I mean? There's a part of us that doesn't want this fight to happen. So the ideal scenario would be that however many rounds it is, it's a war. They both get their shots in. They both take a few. They both look good. They put on a good show. They do YouTube proud, and it's a split decision or a draw. Rocky Balboa, Apollo Creed style. That's what I don't want is a Jose Aldo 13-second moment where one of these lads gets 13 seconds written after every fucking tweet like Jose Aldo does these days. But we're going to see what's going to happen. Let us know what you think about everything in the comments below. Who do you think is going to win this fucking fight? Like the video, subscribe, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.